Hi, I'm Abby, and welcome to the Life Work Balance YouTube channel. Today, I'd like to talk about what to do when HR, a recruiter, or hiring manager ghosts you after an interview. So you spend time applying to a job, tailoring your resume, and writing a cover letter. When you click submit, a couple days or weeks later, you get an email from HR, a recruiter, or hiring manager wanting to interview you. Great news. You spend time prepping for this interview. You have a little bit of anxiety and worry about it. You end up interviewing, you feel like everything went well, and then nothing. You don't hear anything from HR, you don't hear anything from your recruiter, you don't hear anything from the potential hiring manager. If this has ever happened to you, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. It's happened to me several times, and it sucks. So, what do you do when you get ghosted? First, before I jump into that, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the bell so that you can receive life work balance advice delivered directly to you every Sunday. All right, so you've interviewed for a position. It's been a couple of days, maybe even a week or longer, and it appears as though HR, the recruiter, or hiring manager has ghosted you. So what do you do next? Well, you have a few options, but here's my recommendation. First, assume best intentions. Chances are the hiring manager or the organization has lost someone in the position that you just interviewed for. So they likely have a higher volume of workload. So it's very possible that they have just gotten busy and overwhelmed with the amount of work that they have to do, and they haven't had a chance to get back to you yet. So maybe, even though it feels like you've been ghosted, you haven't been. They've just gotten overwhelmed and busy and are feeling like they're underwater. And so all they need for you to do is just follow up with them. So after assuming best intentions, I recommend following up. Follow up via email, follow up via LinkedIn, follow up via phone. One or all three of those ways gives you an opportunity to just check in about your status. When you follow up, make sure you thank the interviewers for their time interviewing you. Maybe use this as an opportunity to ask additional questions or ask them if they have any additional questions for you. Following up is a good opportunity for you to address any concerns that they might have about you filling this position. You can also ask those follow-up questions, maybe about logistics. When do you expect to hear back from them about them making a decision for next steps? Maybe you have questions about the actual work that might be done or a specific project that you heard about during the interview process. When you're interviewing, you'll probably know the names of the people that you're interviewing with. So make sure you write those down. Take some notes so that you can follow up with people directly. If you're interviewing with a hiring team and you have the person who's going to be your supervisor and maybe a couple of coworkers on your team, write down their names, maybe even their email addresses or contact information if that's available, and then you'll be able to use that to follow up with them if you don't hear anything right away. You can follow up via LinkedIn. Just search for their names and then send them a direct message and maybe even connect with them. Use that opportunity to reiterate how excited you are for this opportunity, how you're looking forward to moving into this position, and again, see if they have any questions for you, and you can also ask some follow-up questions. So once you've followed up once, if you don't hear anything back, follow up a second time. Be gracious, don't point fingers and accuse them of ghosting you. And again, remember, assume best intentions. They might be underwater with the amount of work that they have to do or catch up on or manage because of this vacant or empty position. Now, while that might be true for a hiring team, HR and recruiters might be a little bit different. They may still have a very high volume of workload and just may not have had the chance to get back to you yet. So follow up, be gracious, don't point the finger and make accusations about them ghosting you or wasting your time, even though that might be true. And again, use this as an opportunity to ask any follow-up questions and ask them if there's anything that you can do to clarify or address any concerns that they might have. Now, once you've followed up twice, if you've heard no response back, then now might be the time to move on. Don't hold a grudge. Instead, look at it as a blessing in disguise. Maybe you dodged a bullet. You probably don't want to work for an organization that's going to treat you this way in the interview process, because if they don't value your time or getting back to you in this capacity, then it may be even worse once you work for the organization. Be thankful for this interview experience. Although it stinks to interview and not hear anything back, and you have that anxiety and worry, and you've put time and effort into preparing, it will make you better for the next interview that you have. So be grateful that you had this opportunity to practice your interview skills, because the next interview you have, you can use these skills to do even better. Were there any lessons learned through this interview process? Did you like certain answers that you gave to interview questions? Did they ask any interview questions that completely stumped you or that threw you off? If so, hopefully you can document those so that you can be prepared to answer those questions in the future, just in case they come up in your next interview. And keep applying to jobs. You've moved on from this one. They're not getting back to you. You can't wait around forever. You use this as good interview experience, and you keep applying to jobs that may be better fits for you in the future. And finally, don't give up or take it personally that they haven't gotten back to you. It's probably not a direct personal attack that they are not getting back to you or that they're ghosting you. Again, best intentions, assuming that they're probably busy, they're overwhelmed, maybe they have moved on with other candidates, but they're thinking they might get back to you later. Take it as an opportunity to continue applying to other jobs. Don't give up. Don't take it personally. Ultimately, you want to find a job that is a good fit for you, where you're wanted, where you fit in, and where you will feel valued, and where you can provide value and feel like you're contributing to something bigger or greater than yourself. So keep applying to jobs. Keep looking for additional opportunities for that good fit. If you're feeling like you're giving up, or you're feeling beaten down, or you're feeling ignored and ghosted all of the time, maybe now is also a good opportunity to reach out to a career coach like me. Career coaches can help you update your resumes and cover letters and give you good feedback to help you stand out from the crowd when you apply to your next job. They can also help you with strategic job search techniques, give you access to resources that you maybe didn't know existed before. They can help you learn how to apply for the jobs that are good fits for you, and not just apply for those jobs, but how to even find the jobs that are a good fit for you. Career coaches can also do interview prep and conduct mock interviews with you. So they can give you feedback on how you interview, how you're answering questions, how you appear. They can also record those mock interviews and give you that recording so that you can watch yourself and take notes and make small changes to how you are actually conducting yourself during this interview. And they can even help you answer the question of, are you even looking for the right job for you? So they can get to know you a little bit better. They can learn about your interests, your passions, your skills, your knowledge, and they can help, after a careful evaluation, help you find the jobs that are going to be a good fit for your passions, your knowledge, and your interests. So again, to recap, if you're feeling like you've been ghosted by HR, ghosted by a recruiter, or ghosted by a hiring manager after an interview, first, we need to assume best intentions and not take it personal. There's a high likelihood that there is a lot of extra work on these people's plates because of this vacant position. So it might just take them some time to get back to you about the outcome of your interview. I recommend following up no more than twice, and you want to do it in a personable way. Reach out via email, by phone, or via LinkedIn. Make sure you're reaching out directly to the people that you've had contact with before, and you can use this as an opportunity to ask additional questions and also see if they have any concerns that you can address about you fitting into the position. If you followed up twice and you still have heard nothing, take this as an opportunity to say, whew, dodged a bullet with that one. I'm going to go ahead and move on and continue applying to other jobs. And finally, don't give up. Keep applying to those other jobs. And if necessary, reach out to a career coach so they can help you be more strategic about your job search. They can help tailor your cover letter and your resume for the jobs that you want to apply to. And they can give you some strategic job search techniques and even help you determine if you're applying to the right jobs for you. So hopefully you found this video helpful. I know it's frustrating when you get ghosted by human resources, your recruiter, or a hiring manager. It's frustrating, it's upsetting, you put a lot of time and effort into it, and ultimately there's nothing you can do about it because it's not you that's in control of that. They will be getting back to you. They're kind of in control of those jobs. So take it as an opportunity to move on. It's a learning opportunity. You can evaluate how your interview went and do better for your future interviews. And hopefully you'll be able to find a job that's a good fit for you, where you just kill the interview, you're a rock star during the interview, the hiring team is excited to bring you on, and they move you through to the next steps to hire you sooner rather than later. So again, my name is Abby. Thanks for watching. If you have any feedback for me, please put them in the comments box below. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer those as well. If you found this video helpful, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And remember, please hit that subscribe button as well as the bell so that you can receive life-work balance advice delivered directly to you every Sunday. Thanks, and I'll see you next week.